guys, MurphoFan45 here, and today we'll be reviewing the 1975 film Mirror. It was directed by Andrei Tarkovsky and stars a bunch of people whose names I'm not even going to try to pronounce. But yeah, so I was binge watching all my favorite films just to make sure they belonged in their places, basically. And since I watched Persona yesterday and was just completely shocked by it, I decided to rewatch all my favorite films to make sure they were in the correct order and that Persona belonged where it did. And it did. I'll be re-reviewing all the stuff on Letterboxd. I'm not going to re-review all my favorite films of all time. But yeah, so after that, I was having trouble deciding what to watch, so I decided to get a randomizer wheel. And it was between My Night at Maud's, The Passion of Anna, The Seventh Seal, and Mirror. And it ended up landing on Mirror. And yeah, I'm actually very glad it did. I just finished watching the film this morning. And yeah, this is my first Tarkovsky film, so yeah, I was pretty excited. Cinema Dave Media, he did a video series all about Tarkovsky. I'll link it below because I would highly recommend everyone check it out. He inspired me to do the director studies, but yeah, let's just get into it. So basically the plot is a man in his 40s remembers his childhood. That's it, that's the plot. And yeah, another film made it into my favorite films of all time. I cannot believe I'm saying it, but third day in a row, it has happened. Because Mirror, it has this unique feeling to it. So how can I describe it? So before I get into any of that, actually, let's go over the direction. So the direction is amazing. So this film goes from black and white to color, black and white to color, black and white to color. It's interesting because the black and white is used to portray childhood in the innocence of basically when the child's life starts to how it ends, because the color, I believe, represents him seeing more of the world. But yeah, that's an interesting use of shots, basically. And sometimes it'll be a black and white scene and it'll cut to color, but it'll be perfectly fine. And yeah, the direction is immaculate. Like, from the opening score, I'm gonna talk about the score for a second here too. There's this beautiful organ music playing, and I was like immediately sucked into it. And you feel like you're going through this guy's memory. And it's told in a non-linear way, so and I mean extremely non-linear. Like, I was slightly confused throughout some of it, but it was just so beautiful and immaculately directed again. But there's a specific scene near the end involving a lamp that's extremely well shot, but then again, the opening scene where the mom is sitting on the fence is one of the most well shot scenes I've seen in a long time. Well, no, not a long time, because I've been watching well shot movies all week. But yeah, this film made it into my favorite films. It's just under Tetsuo now. But yeah, 8th favorite film of all time currently. I'll be rewatching it soon. But yeah, there's this sort of interesting way to the style he directs it. He directed Solaris, Andrei Rublev, Stalker. He directed a bunch of movies I need to see. I believe he wrote Mirror with another guy too. It's actually interesting he wrote Mirror because he does it in such a unique style. Like, the direction And the stylistic choice of having it sort of be in and out of color is an interesting way to portray memory, because like the movie does feel like you're going through the guy's memory. Like you just feel like you're basically in a dream world, but it's not in a David Lynch type dream world, so, or more like Nightmare World, but Eraserhead's my favorite film of all time, again. But in the way David Lynch sort of uses it to sort of darken his films and make them a bit more, well, Mulholland Drive is extremely dreamlike, and he made Eraserhead feel like a nightmare. So that, I don't know how to describe what Tarkovsky does with it, because he does it in such a, it's like Lynch, no, it's not at all like Lynch, it's completely different from Lynch. It's this sort of slow-paced, more mellow feeling film. Like, there are not a lot of action moments in the film. Like, there isn't a lot of action, period. You're literally just seeing this guy's life. Like, it's so hard to describe, because when you watch this film, you get this feeling. Like, you're just witnessing life, basically. I mean, it's such an interesting feeling. But, like, if all the Tarkovsky works are like this, I cannot wait. This isn't even supposed to be his best work, and it's already my 8th favorite film. Like, as soon as this started, I was in on it. Like, the opening shot of the mother sitting on the fence is just so beautiful. And then how it slowly pans into the field, and you can see the guy coming. And this is the one movie I'll give an excuse for voiceovers. The voiceovers aren't that bad. Well, no, the voiceovers don't really even tell you what's going on. The voiceovers have a symbolism of their own, basically. The voiceovers are talking about, in the first shot they're talking about the story, everything else they're reading some poetic thing that's gonna make sense on a rewatch, hopefully. I'm gonna buy the Criterion and watch it with a director commentary. But yeah, well, not a director commentary, a commentary. It's just such an interesting film. Oh, and the acting. The acting is amazing, especially by the mother, who's has the 2 children and is taking care of them. Her acting is amazing. The child acting is also amazing. Child acting isn't usually this good, but the way they portray the children in this one is extremely interesting. I mean, this movie does have lots of, I wouldn't say it has lots of dialogue. I would say this movie has just enough dialogue. But like, if you don't like artsy movies, you probably won't like this, just a warning. Like, because there's one beautiful shot that most people might get fritzy and stop watching, but like, there's this beautiful, beautiful shot of the camera. You start on the outside of this hallway and you see this beautiful painted house area, and Ignat, I believe his name is Ignat, the guy who's remembering everything, is on the phone, and it just slowly pans towards him in, well, no, that's the amazing thing. You never see Ignat as an adult in the film. You never see him in the film, not once. You only see his arm once. It's an interesting film. It's my 8th favorite film of all time now. I'm gonna go gather up my thoughts on it a little more. But yeah, perfect film. Stay safe, stay quarantined, and have a good day. Also, that's the end of the review. Can't wait to check out more Tarkovsky, and yeah, stay safe, stay quarantined, and have a good day.